Oh, hang on. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the LFC Transfer Room. My name is Louis, and we are here today on the channel for another live watch-along. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the end of April. Just 3 more games to go. Today, Villarreal, and then Newcastle next weekend, and then we're done with April, the most potentially crucial month in our history. It hasn't answered a lot of questions, but it's set us on the potential path to greatness. Potentially. Well, maybe not for some people. Who knows? But today, let's forget all of that now. We take each game as it goes on this channel, and today is another crucial game. It's Liverpool versus Everton. It's the Merseyside derby, the return leg, if you will. And this is special. This is a bit special to me, not just as a Merseyside derby, but this time in December. This was my first watch-along with the channel. My very first watch-along, and it wasn't quite as good looking as all this for any newer watchers. It was in my bedroom. None of this silky stuff at all. Not the best setup in the world, but look at how far we've come in just a few short months. Not just the watch-along footage, but the channel as a whole. The LFC Transfer Room has gone from strength to strength in 2022. It's been our year so far, and that's fallen nicely in tandem with Liverpool's year. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider liking the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And please also join our Discord server. We've had more and more people joining it week in, week out. And, the more people in it, the more wonderful interactions and conversations that can happen, and the better it is for everybody. So let's get into today's game. You can, of course, see the Liverpool starting lineup on the right-hand side of your screen, and I'll go through that momentarily alongside the Everton starting 11, both of which have already been released, of course, with just under 25 minutes left until kick-off. Let me just turn that down ever so slightly. Thank you to everybody who's joining. Bojack, Anthony, Hyla, Adam, Jen, Michael McCormack. Thank you all very much for joining, and everybody else who is watching as well. Please do feel free to get involved in the live chat if you would like to. Jen, thank you. Everyone will see it pop up momentarily. There we go. But thank you, Jen, very, very much for the super chat once again. An amazing patron of the channel, and we thank you every single time. We just can't thank you enough, really, is what I'm trying to say. But almost more important than this game's impact on the title race is this game's impact on Everton, as Burnley have run out 1-0 winners against Wolves, as you can see from Hyla's comment as well. So Burnley coming out of nowhere with 7 points taken from the last 9. I think a lot of people thought that sacking Deitch was a harsh decision, but maybe there was some cleverness about it, as you know. The proof is in the pudding. Burnley finally are outside of the bottom 3. It'd be nice if they were in the top 3, wouldn't it? They are now in 17th place, and Everton, as a result of that, of course, slipped down into the bottom 3. They need a result. They come into this game needing a result, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for us. Let's have a look at the starting 11, which you can already see. Alisson starts in goal with Robertson, Van Dijk, Matty, and Trent Alexander-Arnold in the back 4. The NFT midfield does return with Fabinho, Keita and Thiago, and up front Jota comes in for Luis Diaz, and Mane and Salah continue their starting streak. It's quite interesting. I think a lot of us, especially on this channel, and maybe some of you in the chat as well, in the preview and leading up to this game, thought that there might be some changes, multiple changes, but no. There's only 2, and these are 2 changes that we've seen quite frequently, which is Keita coming in for Henderson and Jota in for Diaz. The back 4 remains unchanged. The midfield 3 still consists of Thiago and Fabinho, and Salah and Mane continue playing as well. I'm not surprised by the front 3 because, Firmino is injured, so there's, I'm not going to say limited options, but there's only so many changes you can make and keep the same sort of quality. But that midfield 3 is very, very, very interesting because I feel like Everton will be looking to make an impact on us some way. If they can't win the game, I feel like it could get not violent, but there could be some ungentlemanly tackles going in, and with that midfield 3, there's a lot of chance for injuries there. they have at times been seemingly made of glass, the likes of Thiago and Keita. So as well as a win, I'm just hoping we can get through this game with no injuries. Ultimately, that's still kind of down to us. We just have to keep the ball moving quickly. Don't give them a chance to come in tight. The midfield three need to be dynamic and on the move constantly. So we'll see what happens there. Let me know what you think about the starting 11, guys. It's as I said, it's a very interesting one. Tsimikas doesn't get in. I really, really thought Tsimikas might play, but then again, Kris did make the point that maybe he'll start. On Wednesday, and I think that's interesting. Like, how many of these team members are going to play on Wednesday? The thing is, they are used to playing 2-3 games a week, so I don't think that's too much of a problem for many of them. And Thiago's a bit of a Rolls Royce, isn't he? So I guess he doesn't use up too much. He's not a CDM. He's not the destroyer, so he's not constantly running around chasing the play. So maybe he'll be all right, but I don't know. It's interesting. I just hope at 90 minutes we're sat here thinking, fair play, we smashed them and we're all home safe and no injuries whatsoever, which just at this point in the season is even more important than at any other. If all of those players are fit till now in the end of the season, we win the vast majority of our games. So a couple of them pick up injuries, who knows? So let's try and keep it that way. Jen says, I would not have played Thiago. Adam says, if Everton isn't winning, they've got to get cards to show they even care. Exactly, that's kind of what I'm worried about. And Hylas says, Everton are looking at the ugliest relegation in England and the world in terms of what this would mean for the club. I've looked at those numbers and they are horrible. Yeah, I suppose it could go one of two ways, couldn't it? Because if they go down, so many of those players will jump ship because they don't give a shit about Everton. They haven't got a vast number of homegrown players in that team or players from the academy or players that have been with them particularly long. They don't have many of those either. And if they go down to the Championship, those players are going to want to jump ship, which I don't necessarily blame them for, but that is a massive concern. So I personally don't think it's as simple a case as going down and coming straight back up. I think this could, if they were to go down, it could turn into quite a horrific thing. We could see a Sunderland 2.0 potentially. Well, I don't think they'll go down to League One, but I don't think they're going to bounce back as easily as people seem to make out that they can do. We have less than 20 minutes to kick off now, so if you are new or just joining us, please do like the video. It really helps us out a lot. And if you haven't done so, please do subscribe and join the Discord server. Just bear with me a moment, and I'll get up the Everton team news. Itchy nose. Ugh. I can also go through our bench as well, because I know I haven't done that yet. Yes, we know our starting 11. On the bench, we've got Joe Gomez, Jordan Henderson, Queeve Kelleher, Ibrahima Konate, Divock Origi, Kostas Tsimikas, Luis Diaz, James Milner, and Curtis Jones. Everton, on the other hand, start with Jordan Pickford in goal. A back four, they've gone for a 4-3-3, by the way. Back four of Seamus Coleman, Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey, Vitali Mykolenko. Midfield three of Abdoulaye Doucouré, Alan, Alexander Iwobi, Anthony Gordon, Richarlison, and Damari Gray. I mean, any midfield that's got Iwobi in it, you need to be dominating, don't you? We saw Man United struggle and lose to them, but they don't have a midfield either. With an NFT midfield, we really should be strolling through that. They've got a lot of injury problems, have Everton. Gomez is out. Who else was it? That's embarrassing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's out as well. But there's a couple of other midfielders who are out as well. So that is why you see Iwobi starting in midfield. Iwobi is garbage. He is red-hot garbage, isn't he? And with 15 minutes left to kick off, Hyla says Everton have no protection against relegation in terms of salaries, contracts, etc. And on top of that, their main sponsors are now gone. Yep, it could get ugly. It could get very ugly. Richarlison relegated and Liverpool quadruple. Nothing will top this season. And United missing out on Champions League as well. I think I'd prefer them to go into the conference than get no European football at all. Because I think just seeing them at some of those stadiums would be top tier. Gentis were at home with a great squad. We should be thrashing them. Thiago is a master of the pass. Would have tried to save him for the Villarreal game. Yeah, I am surprised. I am surprised, as I said, to see the likes of Thiago, Fabinho and Keita all starting together. I thought maybe one or two of them would start, but certainly not all three. And in that back four as well, I did think maybe one of the wing-backs would be rested, but no dice, apparently. So that is who they're going for, and we've just got to trust that we can get them through the 90 minutes safely and soundly. A Gargoyle Blaster says, yes, it's the squad confirmed, just saw it on This Is Anfield. I also saw the bench squad, didn't read the Everton squad because they don't interest me. Right, Mighty Reds are going to win. Thank you, Gargoyle. I hope you are subscribed if you haven't done so already, and please do like the video as well. Caroline, good to see you, says Everton are a mess. So much money pumped into the club as well. It's been terrible mismanagement, hasn't it? I mean, I'm sure their intentions were good. They wanted to put money in, but if you don't get the right people to make those decisions in underneath you, you're going to buy red hot garbage, and that's what they've done. How many millions have they put into this squad? And we said on the preview yesterday, which Everton player gets into our team, gets onto our bench, and I honestly could not think of a single one. Richarlison, arguably their best player, wouldn't go near him with a 10-foot barge pole. So terrible mismanagement of finances, which is going to come back to bite them in the arse, even with parachute payments. It's just, I think they struggle to fill Everton if they go down to the Championship. I mean, that's a natural thing, of course, but no good. So, of course, it's worth bearing in mind in terms of the title, we are currently 4 points behind, and with this game still to play. So if we win this game, not much changes. We just have to keep the pressure on them, and you know we are getting to that point where we're running out of games for City to drop points. Unfortunately, I try not to focus on that too much because it is a Merseyside derby, and that's kind of outside of the league conversation, etc. But yeah, just don't know who's going to pipe up and beat them. Some people have said Leeds because of the crowd, and I don't know. They're just far too open, aren't they? Maybe they're slightly better under their new manager, but you can't unlearn all of that too quickly. I did have Wolves as a potential team, but they've lost 1-0 to Burnley, so I think they're pretty much done for the season, aren't they, Wolverhampton? So I wouldn't actually worry too much about them. So yeah, there's really nobody who I'd put money on to get close to getting a point from them. So I don't know, man. And we've still got to go to Tottenham as well, which I still expect us to win, but the difference in class of opposition for these run-ins is night and day between us and City. And you know, we all play the same 19 other teams over the course of the season, but it does feel a tiny bit lucky to have such a decent run-in at this stage of a vital title race. Injured already at Everton before the match. Godfrey not part of Everton's back four, warming up after walking off early. Michael Keane practicing alongside Holgate. Update to come. City were never going to lose to Watford. Only Wolves and West Ham could do it. I don't think West Ham will be fussed because that's going to be 2 or 3 days before their if they get to it, Europa League final. And I do think they'll get to it. To be fair, I do think they'll beat Eintracht Frankfurt. Although they've got a few injuries now, a few fair injuries, especially the back four. Craig Dawson's their only real option. So we'll see. No protection. It would take some time to explain this, but in basic, you're on your own. This, of course, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's about Everton. Anthony says Newcastle could beat City too, potentially. I just think City have just got too much for anybody, haven't they? I could see us struggling against Newcastle, though, to be fair. Unless we're really on our game, I could see that being a tight game. Diego Jota, 5 goals in last 4 starts. The stats never stop coming here. Noman, thank you very, very, very much for the super chat. You are most appreciated on this channel. Yeah, the love never stops, basically. And I've run out of ways to say thank you. So thank you, as always. So literally about 10 minutes to kick off now, which is fantastic. We just had a new person join our Discord as well, by the looks of it. Yes, we have. Thank you very much for joining. Do feel free to do so if you haven't done so already. But yeah, it feels like only yesterday I started doing watch-alongs on this channel, and it was, of course, against Everton in the away fixture in December. And look at where we are, eh? Most of you lot didn't know I existed. I didn't know you existed. This lovely setup didn't exist. And now, what's that? January, February, March, April. 4 months on, here we are. Here we are. It's a good time to take stock before kickoff. Sort of similar position that we find ourselves in, facing Everton, and we've come a long, long way. So thank you to everybody who's gotten on the ride and is continuing to roll along with it. Jen's still holding on to her last day. Philip Coutinho screamer. Steven Gerrard pitch invasion. That would be funny. Like, if something like that were to happen, would Gerrard celebrate like that? I mean, probably, wouldn't he? But I don't know. I mean, he's got to roll over for us, hasn't he? He's got to find a way to roll over for us. If he beat us, like, that would tarnish his legacy. So he can't beat us at this point. He cannot try and take points from us, can he? I don't know. It's very, very strange. No, thank you, Louis. Haven't felt disconnected to LFC ever. Oh, thank you, Adam. Very much appreciated. Well, no, neither. I will extend that back to you. Neither have I. It's, you know, I live in London, obviously, so there's not a great deal of Liverpool supporters, and I do think that having a community of people with the same interests and the same team as you, it really does bring you closer to the action. To coin a phrase. So I agree with you fully there, and I feel the same way. I feel the same way. We're nearly there. We're nearly there for kickoff. I'm a little bit tired today. I'm going to do my best, but I do apologise if I'm a little bit off it today. It's been a long weekend. Well, not a long weekend because it's not a bank holiday. But a few late nights. Yeah, Pufflet does stuff. Thank you for joining the Discord as well. You're all very welcome. Do feel free to just start chatting. You know, it's a little bit... you know, thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Before we get going with the game, please do like the video. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're on a bit of a roll, really. We've gone up to 3,620 subscribers in the last few days, which is a sharp rise, considering we've had no watch-alongs and no actual breaking Liverpool news. So people are genuinely just finding our content and subscribing, which is very cool. So if you are finding this video and have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Mucho apreciado. Stevie would do it, says Jen. Yeah, I agree. I think he would. He would, to be fair. Might look a little bit weird for the Aston Villa lot. Although I suppose getting points against Man City in itself as a team like that would be enough to spark a wild celebrations, to be fair. Have you got snacks and drinks in for today? No, I don't. No, I don't. Payday's on Tuesday. So we're towing the line a little bit. We're raw dogging it. I've had some hot cross buns as a late Easter treat. Gorgeous things, gorgeous creations, hot cross buns. A cup of coffee, a little bit of water, and I'm ready to go. Might have to grab a cup of water or have a coffee or tea at half time, but got nothing to supplement my taste buds during the game, unfortunately. Melissa Bentley says, "Come on, you Blues." Can't say I feel the same way, Melissa, but thank you for joining us all the same. Please do like the video and subscribe. And Adam says, "So I need to publicly apologise to Mo Salah. I doubted, should have known better." Jen says, "Question for the chat pen. Last minute penalty. Who takes it?" Ooh, well, I'd love to see what people's takes on that are first. I won't put my 50 cents in too soon. But if we get a few answers to that, Jen's question for the chat: if there's a last-minute penalty in this game, who takes it for Liverpool? Hi Dan, hope you're doing well, my friend. Back at it. Let's smash the Everton. Yep, I'm ready to go. I'm drugged up on antihistamines and nose spray. I've got hay fever or an allergy to something. My nose has been blocked for ages. I've got really itchy eyes and sneezing a lot. So I'm all drugged up and feeling just about all right. Amy Taylor says, I think 4-1 to Liverpool because Everton are in the relegation zone. It's a good prediction from our relative bots on the channel. Thank you very much. I don't know why I'm thanking, to be fair. You're welcome. Pufflet does stuff. Feel free to get involved in the actual live chat as well, and everyone can see what you're saying. Although I'm guessing maybe, I don't know. But feel free. So, the players will be coming out shortly. And just to remind you, this is a massive game for both teams. Burnley, 1-0 winners against Wolves earlier today. They climb out of the relegation zone and Everton are forced into it. They trail by 2 points with 2 games in hand, 1 to come today. Liverpool, of course, need to keep the pace with Man City going into the final 4 games of the season. And Everton have to pick up a result if they want to cling on to the Premier League at all. Burnley are on a roll here. 7 points out of the last 9 points available to them. That is unheard of in a relegation battle at this late stage. So Burnley really the team on the up. I don't know what their run-in looks like, but Everton need to pick up something, you feel like, to keep contact because, you know, they're at the bottom for a reason. Points are going to be hard to come by. Every game will be a cup final for them, and I just hope that doesn't come to bite us in the arse, as we've gone for such a strong lineup and full of players who, historically, but not this season as much, do pick up the odd knock or two. So if we can get through this 90 minutes with 3 points and no injury concerns, that would be superb. I don't need us to thrash them. I don't need us to thrash Everton. I just need 3 points and no injuries at all. The players step out now. The cop looks like it's in good voice. Flags waving all about the place. Pickford with his short arms and his dangerous legs. James, one of our relative contributors, said that Pickford belongs in the National History Museum. His fossils dangling from the wall with his T-Rex arms. Melissa Bentley says this is an important game for both sides. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Highlight Klopp. We had always our reasons to fight for every point. It will be intense. It has to be. I expect both teams to fight and put a proper shift in. Well, we're going to see a more contested game than against Man United on Tuesday, but you would expect us to come out as deserved winners by the time the clock strikes 90. We'll go through the team lineups one more time. Alisson starts in goal. Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson in the back. For the midfield 3 is the NFT, Naby Keita, Fabinho and Thiago. And then the front 3, Mohamed Salah, Diogo Jota and Sadio Mane. Diogo Jota, the one change to that attacking lineup, coming in place of Luis Diaz, who drops to the bench. Everton, meanwhile, Jordan Pickford, short arms himself, will start in goal. He's not had a very good season, has he? Bless him. Back for Seamus Coleman, Mason Holgate, Michael Keane and Vitaly Mykolenko. Going for a 4-3-3 are the Everton in today's fixture. Some people think they should have gone for a back 5, but we'll see how that works out for them, matching us up man for man. The midfield 3 of Alan, Abdoulaye Doucouré and Alex Iwobi. I mean, what a load of stinking hot trash that is. And the front 3 of Anthony Gordon, Richarlison and Damari Gray. It's Liverpool versus Everton, and it's coming up very shortly. But I can't go to a commercial break and say a cool outro, so I just have to stay here in silence. Oh no, I forgot. Lonergan. That's not our Lonergan, is it? They haven't got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, have they? Late change for Everton. Michael Keane replaces Ben Godfrey. I wonder why Michael Keane wasn't starting in the first place. Is he that bad? Is he that out of form? Hi all, 15-0, says Gary. Enjoy the championship. Well, we can only hope. That would be a record, wouldn't it? And you know, there's a reason why that scoreline isn't particularly common. You only get that against like American Samoa, that team who lost 31-0 against Australia, and then got a whole film made about them. We're all here. The LFC transfer room community is out in full force, and we're ready to go for today's game. You'll Never Walk Alone rings out loud. The fans desperate to conjure up the 12th man and get a performance out of these boys to keep us on the title charge, keep us right on Man City's cloak tails. We have to win, unfortunately. There is no room for error in any game between now and the end of the season. It's all or nothing. Another 7-8 games in all competitions left. And we're 7, 8, 9 games, however many it is, between absolute history. And it all starts once again. It all starts here in the Merseyside derby. You'll Never Walk Alone, just coming to an end. We're ready to go. The players take the knee. I will start the timer when I hear the referee's whistle, and then we can get straight into the game. The players stand up once more, and the ref kicks us off. We're underway here. It's Liverpool versus Everton on the AFC transfer room. Let's get into it. Liverpool with the early bit of possession. Trent Alexander-Arnold forced into an early clearance out wide, and it finally drops to Robertson, who sweeps it, trying for a diagonal, you felt like, to Mo Salah, but it goes central. Diego Jota picks it up with a failed clearance from the Everton back line. Thiago instantly sandwiched between two Everton players, and that's not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see. 30 seconds in, I don't want to see Thiago getting sandwiched whilst running full pelt. Luckily, he's up and is fine, but Jesus Christ, no more of that, Thiago. Just sit back alongside Fabinho. You don't have to go on any marauding runs. Keep them as far away as possible for you. Adam says, everyone, great talking pre-game. I've got church to go to. Hopefully I can catch you all before the game ends. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, Adam. Take care. Daddy Pig says, I wanted Diaz to start again. Let him build a rhythm. I think he's got a rhythm. He's been trusted a lot more than most Jurgen Klopp signings are in their first few months, and he's played plenty of games, so I wouldn't worry too much. What I would take from it is that he probably means he's playing against Villarreal, bar anything sensational from Jota, I guess. But yeah, Diaz very much a favourite at this time, not just with the fans, but with Jurgen Klopp as well, which is spectacular to see. Hylas predicts Salah with the first goal. Mo Salah going for a run is judged to have fouled one of the Everton players on his run, though. Oh. Thiago lost his boot there as well. Jesus Christ. What a start. Don't need that. Let's get some more score predictions in. I haven't actually seen that many. I know Gary's gone for 15-0. I think Jen went for a 4-0. Bro, if anybody ever sent me an Uber Eats on a live stream, I think I'd cry. But you know, I can't give my address away on live, unfortunately. I'd love to, but I can't do that. And Liverpool looking to build out from the back now. No chances thus far in that opening 3 minutes. And the game just settling into the shape that you'd imagine it would take for the majority. Liverpool with that high line. Joel Matip going walkabouts. Plays it, almost tasty ball to Andy Robertson. Or Diego Jota, apologies. But it doesn't quite reach him. That's got to be a handball. No, referee didn't see it, but Liverpool come away with possession anyway. And it's back with Joel Matip, who heads to Trent. Don't know why they just didn't play it back to Alisson there, to be fair. And Everton are going to have a free kick. About 25 yards out. Free kick for Everton. Need to get the wall set up. Yeah, he's shooting distance. Yeah. It's Richarlison. And... oh no, sorry, Michaelenko's stepping over it. Here we go. Oh, straight into the wall. All good. We knew this would happen anyway, but you can already tell Everton are just way more up for this than United ever were. And fair play to them. Fair play. Surprised that Everton haven't changed to 3 at the back as to cover for their awful defending. Well, that's what a lot of Everton fans have been saying. I've seen. They're obviously trying to match us up man for man, but against players like what we've got, it does seem quite strange why they wouldn't put 5 at the back. Ugh, excuse me. Are you, Dries? Hope you're doing well. Richarlison was stretching to get onto a through ball, but he was always going a bit too fast for him anyways. Here's Andy Robertson, plays across the field to Joel Matip. Joel Matip goes to his right to Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho spins Richarlison. He's back with the back 4 anyway. Of course, they've got Chelsea next, Everton as well. Horrible run of fixtures by the looks of things. I missed that graphic. Virgil van Dijk dribbling out with it outright to Mo Salah. He's lost possession though. And Everton earn themselves not a corner, bloody throw-in. I think Richarlison's gone down holding his face, and the ref's going to stop that for a head injury. The Anfield faithful not too happy with it though. They think suddenly he's back up after holding his face in agony. He's suddenly sat back up, not holding his face at all. I mean, that's not a head injury, is it? It's a face injury, and I think that is slightly different, isn't it? I was unlucky there. Fabinho almost broke through in the box. And I think that's not quite gone for a Corner is out for a throw-in. Fabinho has it again. Back to Thiago. Back in turn to Joel Matty. Everton keen to throw themselves to the ground in these early stages. Trying to pick up any advantage they can. Maybe get us an early booking. Oh, Trent a little bit too audacious, and we've given the ball away. But Virgil van Dijk's going to get there way before Damari Gray can get to it. And that's all fine with us. There is something a little bit, not morbid's not the word I'm looking for, but something a little bit off about these last few games. Because like, this is a Merseyside derby. This should feel massive in its own right. But because of where we are in the season and what we know is likely to happen, which is that Man City win all of their games or drop 1 point, we have to win every single game. So there's no real, like... None of these games are more important than the other, really. Like this game, when I looked at the April fixtures, it doesn't stick out at all. Because it's just another game that we've got to win. Whereas back in December, like it stuck out as the Merseyside derby. Another chance to pick up 3 points, but it'll be a competitive game, and you just see where you are after that and see how the other results go. But now both Liverpool and Man City are on such a run. There's just there's no way to differentiate between one game to the next. Andy Robertson decides to go back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes to Andy Robertson. It is a little bit slow and lethargic from us when we're on the ball, I must say. So far, still figuring it out. Not much from the midfield. Thiago drops a bit deeper to try and pick it up. Mo Salah trying to dance his way into a decent position. That's got to be a corner. No, it's a free kick. Bloody hell. I must say, I am knackered. Sorry, I'm sure you can all tell. It's a little bit of a quiet one from me over here, but I am feeling quite exhausted. So I do apologise. It's Richarlison trying to get into a bit of push and shove with Matip, and Matip has none of it. Eases him off the ball for a goal kick for Liverpool. Everton fans of better quality than Manure EFC fan forum have laid a wreath at the Hillsborough Memorial before today's match. Decent. Yeah, I mean that was quite disgusting, wasn't it? I think it was made even worse by the fact that we did go out of our way to show support for Ronaldo's family, should I say. And then to get it kind of chucked back in our face like that. Like, just focus on your team. Like, your team was appalling. You should be booing them. You should be chanting about them. Oh, Trent's unlucky not to get to that. And Demarai Gray's up against Van Dijk. You only see one winner. But he's cut away a little bit. He's got a bit of space. Goes for a shot. Matip gets the block in. Seamus Coleman up against Robertson. Robertson gets a vital touch. Here we go. There's a bit of space. We've got to move it quicker. Trent loses it. Richarlison can't keep it in from the attempted long ball, though. No chances for either team yet, I must say as well. 15 minutes have gone by quickly. Keita gives the ball away. Failing to penetrate at all, which is surprising. That was probably a foul by Trent, but the ref waves play on. We'll take that. Because that would have been a decent position for a free kick for Everton. Once we get around there, once we get into their final third, it all just kind of breaks down quite quickly. So they'll finally take the free kick. There's a bit of delay there for some reason. And it goes to absolutely nobody. Went out for a goal kick. I must say it is a boring start. There's been no chances whatsoever from either side. Everton are up for it. They are making a contest out of this, but we've been very, very slow as well. And that midfield three, that fabled midfield three, not able to get too involved thus far. But plenty of time remaining, of course. Thiago cross back post. Pickford's there quickly though. Crap cross from Everton. It's a slow start, I tell you. It's I don't want to say it, but it is almost God, what was that horrific game that we played recently? Bit of something going on between Cater and Allen, I think. We'll see what that was shortly, I'm sure. But we've still got possession here. Passing it around. We're passing it around comfortably, but it's just no final product whatsoever so far. Here we go. Oh, for God's sake. Salah can't keep the ball near him. It's all in front of Everton at the moment, which is fine. Like, it's only 20 minutes. Don't get me wrong. I'm still fine. I'm just observing. It's all in front of Everton. We're not really able to get the backs turned. Get them facing and running towards their own goal. And the only time we break the lines is when someone drops deep and just plays a 1-2. So we're not getting anywhere. Mane. Oh, first strike. It was always going over, but it did dip at the last minute, and it's only just over the bar, so it was still only a half chance, to be fair. Like, he's way out and just manages to open up a bit of room for himself. He doesn't even get a chance to look at the goal, really. But it is over the bar, and it is an Everton goal kick. And Everton have got a corner now, so a chance for them to get it into the box. It's not a promising opening 22 minutes. Right, here we go. Everton corner on the left-hand side. Into the box it comes. Big header out from Joel Matip. All the way to the halfway line. And then back to Pickford as well. Oh, I thought it was a penalty then. Gordon goes down far too easily, and the ref's actually going to give him a yellow card for diving. Yeah, yellow card for Anthony Gordon. Yeah. No contact at all. Shocking. Well spotted referee. I mean, that Richarlison's just so dislikable, isn't he? One of the most punchable faces in world football. And, yeah, I agree with Kris. I don't get the hype about him at all. If he was that good, he wouldn't be at Everton still. Feels like he's been there for years. Going for the Academy Award, says Hyler. Matip tries a cross into the box, but that's blocked quite easily. Oh, Jota's getting into some handbags of Seamus Coleman. It could easily be a yellow card for Jota there. Could be a yellow for Jota, I feel like. It's just getting held and emotions take over for some reason. I mean, we're only 27 minutes in. I don't think it's time for all of that to be coming out just yet. Oh, almost. Oh, Van Dijk inches away from getting his head on that. But it's a corner. I don't know who got on that. It's a corner for Liverpool. Just needed to make contact, and I reckon that's a goal. Pickford looks tiny in his little net. Corner comes in. Doesn't hit any of our players. Comes out. Thiago looks for Alexander-Arnold. I think he'll be offside. Yeah, offside. That's the end of that attack. Andy Robertson's been released fantastically by Alisson, but all he can do is turn back, unfortunately, when it looked like he had space to roam into. And we're back to square one. Naby Keita with a loose pass. Jota does well to come back and win it though. Salah slips over. Mane tries to win it. And that's Liverpool corner. Well, you know, we do complain sometimes about how bad our corners can be, but we are one of the best teams at scoring from set pieces. So, you know, we just got to hope that we can continue that. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, fuck's sake. Couldn't get on the end of it. Just drops right in the middle of the box somehow. Picture's just gone a bit funny. This is weird. Has anybody else's stream gone a bit funny? The commentary's still working fine, but the picture's gone like LSD. And almost, I've missed a chance for Jota. I can't see anything. There we go. I'm back. Just after the chance as well. It was an Andy Robertson cross by the looks of it. Jota, yeah, just wide, but Pickford was on that post anyway. %91 possession in the last 10 minutes. But not much to show for it, and we're playing into Everton's hands. Gary says move the ball quicker. I mean, that is absolutely what we need to be doing. For a Merseyside derby, this is quite a tepid affair. Sending me to sleep. We are very, very slow. We're very casual with it. I expected it to be a tougher game, but a lot of this is our doing. So slow. Giving it away. Richarlison's on the run. Decore just wide. Just can't believe how few crosses we've actually tried to put in. Like, Trent's barely crossed it. Goes for a line-breaking pass and forces the issue, and luckily we come away with it in the end, but it's really, really not great. Not great viewing either. Joel Matip adventuring forward once more. Keeps going. Yeah, I can't find anybody with the pass though. Trent. Just get it in the box, man. No, Salah has it on the byline, pushes Michaelenko over. Legally. Finds Fabinho. His through ball's intercepted. Jordan Pickford with the goal kick. I'm terribly sorry. It's not amazing viewing so far, either for me or for you. Thiago back to Alisson. Bit of a crappy clearance there. Andy Robertson comes away with it though. Thiago didn't really get a man on call. Robertson. Oh, we can't keep hold of possession. It's simply a bit slow for Liverpool in the attacking game. Everton defends well and have the pace of the passing game. Everton defends well and the pace of the passing game will probably have to go up many notches if the openings are to come. Yeah, I mean, it's happened a few times this season. It is weird how sometimes we are just so slow. Like, I don't get what changes. Salah, back post, Mane's waiting. Tries to pull it back to Keita, but Mason Holgate was in the way. Naby Keita. Oh, that should have been a free kick. Not given for Naby Keita. Caroline H says the sooner Everton get relegated, the better for the whole of football. Everton equals pure anti-entertainment, anti-football. Harsh words. I can't say I disagree too much on today's showing. Keita Jota, not enough space. It's going to be a corner though. Better. That was much better attacking from Liverpool there. Much quicker. Getting balls into the box. It's a poor corner. We don't even get a second chance either. Everton do get it clear and we have to put it all the way back to Alisson. Richarlison going down because he headed the ball, apparently. So less than 4 minutes of the first half remaining and play is back underway. Trent into the box but doesn't find Mane, who looks like the intended target. Back to Van Dijk once more. Jota by the byline, can only keep it in, but not to a Liverpool player. Come on, Salah. Oh, too high. Well, it's another shot at least, finally. Changes do need to happen in the second half, and I don't necessarily mean personnel, but changes to our approach absolutely need considering. I'll tell you what I have got. Oh my God. And this could be the most interesting thing that happens this year in this game is I've got salt and vinegar crisps, which I might eat at half time, but it's not going to be the most pleasant sound. Richarlison still down here. Liverpool play on. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's absolutely embarrassing. Richarlison still lying down. You know, the second it gets played on, it's all going to flare up now. So Decore's picked up a yellow here. All the players have gotten involved. Mason Holgate's acting like a bitch now as well. What happened to Richarlison? He's twisted his ankle. Sadio Mane's picked up a yellow card as well for his involvement afterwards. But I think Mason Holgate's got to be booked because you can't ask for you can't ask to book a player, can you? So I don't quite get what's going on there. It'll be interesting to see what added time there is because we're in the 47th minute now and still nothing from the fourth official. Two minutes. Still can't build anything. Can't take any momentum from that flare up at all. Put any pressure on Everton. And twice crosses have just ended up straight at Pickford. Meanwhile, in London, Thomas Tuchel confirms Rudiger has decided to leave Stamford Bridge after this season. Not too surprising, I don't think. And that's it. That's the end to the first half. It's not... And I must apologise from me as well. Not my best performance, but certainly not Liverpool's best performance either. Everton doing a good job frustrating us so far, and it has been frustrating, make no doubt about that. A very frustrating first 45 minutes. They've picked up a few yellow cards in the process, though. Anthony Gordon for a terrible dive. Abdoulaye Doucouré has picked up a yellow, and I think Richarlison was on a yellow as well. So something to work with, maybe continue to get under their skin a little bit, but so far they've done a good job of getting underneath ours as well. So it does finish 0-0. Udrich says, let's get Diaz on. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see him. A little injection of pace and flair in the attack. The ability to beat a man might just help to open up Everton. And Issa Akhtar says, don't see us scoring, to be honest. Now. I admit it has been a pretty bad first half, and we didn't look like scoring at all, but there's still 45 minutes, and there will be words said at half-time, and changes will be made. There is still 45 minutes for us to get something here. Let's not write it off too quickly. Of course, we can't write anything off until the final whistle goes, because this is a must-win game, I must remind everybody. Any dropped points here whatsoever and the league is done. I guarantee you that the league would be done if we were to drop points here. I haven't seen stats like this since Dumbledore United decided one day to play football instead of Quidditch against the Brazilian national team. 86%, 14% ball possession, Liverpool. Well, they've come here with one goal, and so far they're doing exactly what they wanted to. And they do look relatively dangerous on counter-attacks. You know, if they get it past Van Dijk, they could have some joy. So yeah, it's what we should have been prepared for. Once again, the low block causing us a little bit of troubles. Garrett11 says, what do you think of Salah so far? Pretty quiet. I did advocate for him playing today. I thought he needed to continue. I thought he needed to continue playing just to carry on and hopefully add to that form he built up against Man United. But so far it's been very quiet for him, and when he has received the ball, he's looked less than inspiring. Ball has been bouncing off of him a bit. But again, I'm not gonna write anything off. I'm not gonna slate anybody until we get to 90 minutes, until the game's over, because we've seen it lots of times. We get to this point in a game this season, 0-0, looks like we won't score, and then come the full-time whistle, we've won 2-0 or something, you know. So let's put that first half back to the back of our minds, and let's stay relatively positive, not blind, but positive, because things change at half-time. Looking like a game for Origi, says Anissa. Yeah, I mean, I think Luis Diaz could definitely make a big impact. Maybe Curtis Jones with a bit of tenacity and adding another Scouser to the mix might just ramp things up that little bit more. I don't know. But let me know who you would bring on when you'd bring them on. I think it's quite an interesting question. But whilst you all do that, I'm just going to take myself a quick loo break. I might make myself a coffee or tea as well. But I'll speak to you very, very shortly. So please do stick around. Get your thoughts in the live chat. Have a chat amongst yourselves. If you are new, please like and subscribe to the channel as well. We've reached 3,630. The road to 4K subscribers is well underway. So, yeah, stick around. I'll be back very shortly. It's Liverpool 0, Everton 0, half-time, second half to come, and I'll be back in just a momento. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, I'm back. Thank you for waiting if you have done. Let's see where we are. These times we really just need to bring someone to bang it in from far out. Daddy Pig says we should target Gordon and Decore to get them sent off once we score. We should also frustrate them. Agreed. We've got to use some sort of dark arts at some point, even though I know we don't like to do that. Gary says it must improve. Hyla says half-time thoughts. Clearly the better side in terms of possession, but nothing to show in the way of chances. Got to move the ball quicker, little creativity from the midfield, which is surprising. Got that NFT midfield that we all wanted. And it's been a mixed bag when we've seen them. Of course, they did very well against Benfica to start with, but then did lose control a little bit. Trent Alexander-Arnold off the pace. Yep, he hasn't been very good either. Way too casual on the ball. Druv, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Says, seems like we need an Origi moment to win this one. Rough game so far. And Gary says, where is the aggression? Ivor Peterson says, my God, I would love to break every bone in Richarlison's body. A little bit morbid. I don't like the bloke, but a little bit morbid all the same. Yep, complete bell end, though. I would agree with you on that one. Would you make any changes at half-time? I don't think at half-time. We never see any changes at half-time. And I think all the players always deserve a second chance at the start of the second half just to make amends. Because that is like, bar 1 or 2, that is our best team. So you should expect to see more intensity. If not, then the Diaz show it is. I think we've got to bring Diaz on. Origi, I think at that point it's just hopeful, isn't it? Because how many times did he come on and not score a goal for us, you know? Has anyone seen The Batman? I've just seen an advert for it. I haven't watched it yet. Let me know. Is it good? Is it good? Also, if you haven't done so far, please do like the video. Please subscribe as well. After the game, we'll have post-match reactions, so stick around for that. A separate video. Me, Charlie and Owen will be live for that one, about 6:30, hopefully. Tomorrow, I will be live going solo for the Monday Night Chat Room. Monday Night Chat Room, revamped show. Be me going solo for this one. So if you join the Discord, I'll be very keen to get some questions in. People's questions, people's thoughts. Anything you'd like me to focus on, anything you'd like me to address tomorrow. Join our Discord, get that into the Discord on the Liverpool chat or whichever chat, I'm not fussed. Let me know if there's anything you want me to cover tomorrow in Monday night's chat room. Make sure you join me as well. I'll need company. And be a good chance for us all to catch up. Get rid of those Monday blues as well. Spend half an hour, 40 minutes or so just chatting amongst ourselves. How nice will that be? It'll be like the watch-alongs, but a bit more focused. Hyla says, passes completed in the first half. Thiago 63, Matip 53, Van Dijk 53, Robertson 46, Fabinho 39, Trent 36, Everton 32. Send this lot down now. Oh dear. Gary says, step it up, Reds. Do you have tea? No, don't have a tea, unfortunately. I just decided to get some fresh air instead. Monday night chat room, 7:30, as usual, guys. We'll post in the Discord when it goes live. And of course, the video will be there and ready for you to click on at any point. But if you tick the bell notification, your phone or device will let you know when I go live anyway. But again, please do join the Discord server. And remember, 7:30, most of our night streams, most of our daily streams are at 7:30 nowadays. And the chat room, the Monday night chat room with me will be the same. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a bit of solo action. And I hope as many of you as possible are there to join me, keep me company and get your thoughts and questions in as well, because ultimately that's what the chat room's there for. Sorry, we're underway for the second half, by the way. So yeah, please do make sure you're around the channel tomorrow, 7:30. And ultimately this show's nothing without you as well. So no pressure. Here we go. Joel Matip. Into the box. Takes some deflections. Mo Salah has it coming outside the box. Back with Virgil van Dijk. Into Joel Matip. Outright to Trent. Crossfield pass to Virgil. We're all camped deep inside the Everton half at this point. Nobody even on the halfway line. Naby Keita. They seem even deeper. Everton here. Mane in the box. Still keeps hold of it. Robertson. Mane. Robertson again. We've managed to keep it in play somehow, and that's going to be a Liverpool corner. Better opening minute and a half. I'll give you that. Robertson into the box. Looked like he might have been heading for... Oh, Keita just wide. Looked like it was heading to Jota, but he got up as high as he could. It was just over him in the end. The Brazilian boy don't need to cheat. He's a great footballer. Have let loose, send Anfield mad if Richarlison scored 1-0. Well, you say he doesn't need to cheat, but he does seem to do it quite a lot, doesn't he? Into the box, headed away. Virgil van Dijk back into the danger area. Seamus Coleman away. Fabinho back. Got claims for a handball against Everton, but not given. Liverpool retain anyway. I think Diaz this could be a big moment for him if he's allowed to come on at some point. Here we go. Come on. Can we... Everton, for once, have pushed up a little bit. Can we... I was going to say, can we break? But Robertson, again, forced to cut in, and it just slows it down. But Fabinho finds Keita out wide. Everton have got lots of bodies back already. And we've given it away. Here we go. It's Iwobi versus Matip. Oh, God, please, no. Oh, Matip does fantastically well. So calm and composed in a dangerous position. Again, rushing the final ball. Thiago gives it away, and Anthony Gordon's going to try and come forward again. Out for a goal kick. It's pretty much going the same way as the second half. Stuart Atwell has not taken any action to prevent the time spent on set pieces by Everton. Yeah, and I don't expect that to change at all. It's just, what is the point of Stuart Atwell? Bloody useless. Robertson can't get it into the box, but it's a throw in. Fabinho. Oh. Just not bouncing for us when we get it into a dangerous area either. And Everton launching forward again. Salah, doesn't get past the last man. It's going to be a corner. Liverpool corner. Pickford punches clear. Naby Keita has it under challenge and waits for it to go out for a throw before giving it back to Joel Matip. Drav says we can't allow any more of these counter-attacks. Well, to be fair, they haven't created anything from them. I mean, that wasn't a penalty. Gordon's looking for the penalty all day long. Crosses in front of him. Otherwise, Matip's just letting that go. It's not fortunate at all. They're making out that that's a nailed-on penalty. There's no way. Here comes Gordon. Shot wide. Goal kick. Gary says this is shite. 35 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 35 minutes where we have to find a goal from somewhere. It's got to be a corner. Yep, well done, Jota. Well earned. Diaz and Origi coming on. Jesus Christ. It's desperation already. Andy Robertson corner. Again, doesn't meet anybody. Second attempt. Landed again in the box. Matip, too many players around him. Keita comes out. Oh, God. Trent's going to pick up a yellow. I don't think Martin Tyler said a positive word about Liverpool today. I don't think I've heard him say one for years. So bad. Free kick comes to absolutely nothing for Everton. Trent has been awful since Anissa. No, definitely not a vintage Trent performance. Oh, so unlucky. Robertson, deflection, another corner. Another corner. Oh. I must say, you could see Matip's shirt being pulled from here. Yep, so Diaz and Origi coming on now with half an hour left to play. Naby Keita is off. And so is Sadio Mane. So Mane and Keita off, Diaz and Origi on. Half an hour to rescue this game. Half an hour to keep the title alive. Ryan Turbo Gaming, hope you're doing well. Says not as easy as Man U. Robertson's camped in the box now. Oh. Salah. Yes! Andy fucking Robertson! Come on! Let's go! Just like that. Their plan falls to pieces. It's all over. What are they going to do now? What are they going to do now? They have played like shit for 61 minutes, this Everton side. They've been time wasting since minute 1, throwing themselves to the ground. And all it takes is Andy Robertson header to get past T-Rex arms Jordan Pickford. Oh, that might be the most relieving goal we've scored so far this season. So quick after the substitutes as well. We've shoved Andy Robertson up front almost. Divock Origi instant impact, laying off Mo Salah, who chips it up. And Andy Robertson, left unmarked, gets the header. Sends Pickford the wrong way. And finally we've got that goal. The all-important goal. And it is 1-0 to Liverpool. The title still alive. An unlikely source for the goal. But a goal all the same. And it's relief around Anfield. Absolute relief at this point. It was always just about the 3 points. It was always about the 3 points and injuries. And at the moment we have those 3 points. And there are no injuries just yet. Hello, Matthias. You've joined just at the right time, my friend. Finally a goal. Thank you very much to It's Josh 2020 for joining our Discord server. Much appreciated. Hope you are enjoying the game. Oh, thank fuck for that. Honestly, excuse my language, but thank God. There is to be no heartbreak just yet. Luis Diaz with a sumptuous touch. He's in the box. Oh, he almost scored. Jesus Christ, from a tight angle. He's geeing up the crowd as well. Luis Diaz is... what a touch to bring this down. Ooh! Pure sorcery. And he almost got the goal. If he'd have got a goal there, that would have been unbelievable. Made Seamus Coleman look like a bag of cement. Oh, they're urging Diaz to shoot from the edge of the box there as it falls to him from the corner. He doesn't do so. Instead, finding Mo Salah, who's a little bit stuck there, but he does get a corner. Very, very well done. And just like that, Mo Salah is not only the top scorer in the Premier League, but also has the most assists. Exactly. You just can't rule him out, can you? Even when he's shy. I tell you, I haven't felt relief like that for quite some time. We've had dramatic moments on this channel, but that might be the most relieving. It's not game over, obviously, but that is Everton's entire game plan out of the window. And they will be, as it stands, remaining in the bottom three. Alexander-Arnold, back post, Matty, oh, saved. Oh, Salah just over the bar, unlucky. Always tough to keep that down. And suddenly, we're not going to see any more Everton shithousery because they need the ball to get moving. Suddenly, Pickford's going to start taking these goal kicks very quickly. Yellow card for Allen, I think, in the aftermath of that. Complaining about what they thought was a foul on Pickford, but Jota just held his ground. Oh, that's sensational. Sensational. Unlucky for Salah there. Origi. Oh. He gets a shot. Well, header. Wide. Right past his little T-Rex arms. Nice to see you, Megan. Hope you're doing well. Well, since we've got most of the OGs in the live chat, it does feel like a good time just to remind you, tomorrow, live Monday night chat room with myself. It's going solo. We're revamping the show. It'll be just me. So if you're in the Discord server, please make sure you're getting in all of your thoughts, your questions, anything you'd like me to focus on specifically tomorrow. Live from 7:30 UK time, Monday night chat room with myself. Going solo, it'll be nice to hang out on a Monday evening, get past the Monday blues together, and then it will, of course, after that be build up for the Villarreal game on Wednesday. So yeah, please do join me tomorrow for Monday night chat room and get your thoughts, questions, topics in the Discord server. Thank you very much. Much better after that, says Megan. Yep, not surprised. As I said, it's probably the most relieving goal we've scored this year. I mean, I know Origi against Wolves was a big one, but back then we didn't know how down to the wire this game was going to go. This season was going to go. We didn't know where we'd be come April 24th, and for the season in terms of Premier League, to end in a 0-0 draw to Everton would have been horrific. We wouldn't hear the end of it, would we? Even if they went down, they would not let it go that they cost us the quadruple. So a massive, massive goal. And Andy Robertson, of all people, playing up front for a brief second. Salah's work was so good backwards. Arm cast change tomorrow. Oh, good luck. Well, it's not a painful process, is it? Hope you're doing well, Matthias. So it's Man United versus Chelsea on Thursday, and both teams, nothing to play for, really. I mean, who would have thought we'd be saying that 10 years ago? Luis Diaz. Come on, Diaz. Deflection. Corner. Trent corner, a bit low. Richarlison clears. I'm glad company isn't playing for City, says Ryan Turbo Gaming. Yeah, they keep finding one. So like that I know they were going to win anyway, but that Rodri goal yesterday was so just everything we've seen from these title races, just so jammy in Man City's favour. Up the red, says Ryan. We will have post-match reactions shortly after this game, so please do stick around for that as well. Dele Alli's getting prepared to come on. Thiago, I'd say, has actually been pretty quiet. It's been a frustrating game for lots of players. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's just one of those. There's always going to be a few a season. Anthony Gordon just gets in front of Joel Matip. Iwobi. Gray. Ooh! Just wide. It was close from Gray there. Could do with a cheeky divot goal to seal the deal here. Anybody. Luis Diaz probably deserves one for his impact already. Yep, Dele Alli's coming on. It's Allen coming off, I think. So Allen for Dele Alli. Anyone got a man of the match yet? Nah, it's a bit early for all that. Who knows what could happen still. No, but I actually don't know who I'd give it to be fair. Yeah, Matthias, there's been a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you've watched the game anyway, but there's been lots and lots of dives. Anthony Gordon, of course, booked for diving in the first half. Richarlison throwing himself about like a baby. But it's funny that since they've gone 1-0 down, haven't been falling over as much, and their set pieces have been a lot quicker. Very strange. And that is the problem with playing with such a low block and so defensively minded, is as soon as it goes wrong, you can't just suddenly switch the tap and decide to go attacking. Like, you have no control in the game. They've had about, Hyla said, about 13% possession. Final 15 minutes here. Trent Alexander-Arnold corner. Another goal would do very well to just seal the deal. Oh, it keeps on falling in the box and just always falls to an Everton player, unfortunately. Divock Origi into Salah. Origi pushed over. That's got to be a pen, ref. Nothing given. Anthony, it's not Anthony Gordon. Yeah, it is, but Trent this time does get in front of him and get the ball clear. I mean, right, Carragher's got to have some sort of consistency. You can't say Matip's was a foul and that's not. You can't say Matip gave away a penalty and that's not a penalty. So I don't get who Jamie Carragher's trying to suck up to. Divock Origi helping out defensively, but doing some skill in the wrong area. I mean, that should be a yellow card as well. You can't do that. That's literally a yellow card offence. Oh my God. Ooh. Alisson with the ball suddenly drops in front of him, I think. It took him off guard. He had to, it was like a diving punch nearly on the floor. God, that could have gone anywhere. Luckily, it was a free kick on Matip anyway. Oh, God, they're on the attack here. They're in the box. Oh, Andy Robertson, but almost off the line, basically. Richarlison still trying. Blocked by Trent. It's taken them 80 minutes, but they're finally having a go here, Everton. Jordan Henderson's coming on. So I imagine it'll be a straight swap for one of the midfielders. Probably a couple of minutes yet until he comes on, though. Still getting changed. Remember, we'll have post-match reaction after this game at 6:30, so do stick around for that. And as I said, tomorrow, 7:30, Monday Night Chat Room live with myself. So please do, if you're on the Discord, please get your thoughts in. Oh, dodgy clearance there from Holgate, but it Falls to Pickford. Yeah, please do get your thoughts, questions, topics in the Discord. Link for that is in the video description below, and I will get through all of them on the Monday night chat room. Going forward, that's the way it's going to be. Monday night chat room with myself every Monday, 7:30, getting in all of your thoughts and questions. So please do take advantage of that, and we can have a nice chilled stream tomorrow night, 7:30. So, who is coming off? Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota will come off, and Jordan Henderson will come on. So, looking to shore up the midfield, take control. He's instantly adding a bit more energy, trying to win back the ball from Everton's defence, actually. He's done a good job so far and keeps it in their end. It's a throw in for Everton. Good stuff. It's exactly where we need the ball to be at this point. 82 minutes. About 7 minutes left to play. If you are new, please do like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please join the Discord server. And please do come back to the channel tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. live Monday night chat room. The chat room is for the viewers, for the listeners, by the listeners. All of your thoughts and opinions go directly into the show, and it's what it's all about. We can have a nice chat away from the stresses of a live football game. Henderson plays the ball over the top. Salah's got loads of room. He's going to get into the box. His touch was a little bit big, but he still got it. Thiago. He's laid off Thiago. Thiago's shot takes a wild deflection. Pickford just gets across in time to save it. It's out for another corner. It's unlucky. Not the best of strikes from Thiago, but another set piece. Oh, is that 2-0? Origi, has he done? It looks like he's done it. Origi does get the second. Can you bloody believe it? It's inevitable, isn't it? It's absolutely inevitable. It's a Luis Diaz bloody overhead kick. Bounces off the floor. Up above Pickford. I don't know if it's going to be offside or not. But Divock Origi gets the final header into an empty net. And it does look like that's 2-0. Game, set, and match. 6-1 on aggregate for Everton this season. Yeah, so what is their backline doing? Diaz is miles onside, Origi's miles onside. No, it's 2-0. It's 2 bloody 0. Unbelievable. And this, this honestly might be the last time we ever see him, by the way. Unless we find ourselves in a very similar situation. But even then, there are other options off the bench. This could be his swan song An 85th minute goal to seal the deal against Everton. One of his favourite clubs to score against, I think. And that is the game set right there. Unbelievable. Divock bloody Origi. Maybe that should be a conversation for the chat room. Should we try and keep him? I don't know. It looks unlikely, but would you try and keep him? I don't know. Should we discuss that tomorrow? Let us know in the Discord server. Just any for that. Sorry to take away from the game, but any thoughts? Anything you want me to talk about on the chat room tomorrow? Leave it in the Liverpool chat on the Discord server. Yeah, Ryan Turbo, seal the deal. Yes, it does. Druv says we have to build him a statue if we let him go. He won't be he won't be a statue, but it'll be one of those the streets will never forget type players. And it'll always be a player that we look back on very, very fondly. Anissa says, I'm going to cry when he leaves. Oh, mate, so we're winning 2-0 after overcoming a low block, and all Martin Tyler can talk about is the 5 subs rule and how it's going to benefit Liverpool. F you, Martin Tyler. You should be in a retirement home. Or you should be with Pickford in the National History Museum. Hyla says Origi is immortal after this. Forever the ghost of Origi will haunt Everton and create fear in every toffee boy from this day till eternity. I love that. I love that, Hyla. I mean, that should be on his gravestone. Everything just looks so much better for Liverpool now that we're a bit more relaxed. We know the points are in the bag. Henderson cross away by Michael Keane. Just a minute or two to go. Shouldn't be too much extra. Henderson. Oi! That's got to be a red for Henderson, for Richarlison there. That's got to be a sending off for Richarlison. Has to be. Has to be a red. So it's just a yellow. I thought he'd been yellowed earlier. That should have been a sending off. I think that's disgraceful. Just kicks Henderson whilst he's on the ground. And Decore is on a yellow. Comes over and shoves Henderson, who's already on the ground. Stuart Atwell's just a complete knobhead. He's let them get away with bloody everything. Three minutes of added time, 1 minute already played. Richarlison shot straight at Alisson. Alisson goes down. Yes. Yes, Alisson. I bloody love that. I fucking love that. He's just literally mimicked what Pickford was doing the whole first half. Makes an easy catch standing up and then just falls onto his front. I love that. Fair freaking play. Alisson, that beautiful man. Brazilian banter. Salah does fantastically. Should have probably got a free kick there, but doesn't matter too much at this late stage. I mean, Jamie Carragher's just given man of the match to Divock Origi, but I'd give it to Robertson. He gave us the first goal, which just allowed us to play and get the second, and he basically saved the goal on the line. And that's the two major things that have kept us in the lead. So I'd give it to Andy Robertson. Ten seconds left. Liverpool on one final attack, maybe. There's nobody. Oh, yeah, here comes Robertson. Go on, get a third. Still got it in the box. Just about cleared. And that's it. Game over. A massive... it ultimately doesn't change much. We should have been winning this game either way coming into it. But you can't... You've got to say when we've done well there. It was a horrific performance by Everton in terms of shithousery. Time wasting from minute one. But ultimately, Andy Robertson's goal and Divock Origi coming on to seal the deal gets us the 2 points. We'll have full match reaction, post-match reaction at 6:30 very shortly, or just a couple of minutes after that. So please do stick around. Finishes Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. Not my best performance. I'll hold my hands up. I'm knackered. Not my best performance. Please do forgive me. I'll be back on it again for Villarreal on Wednesday. But live chat room tomorrow. All of your thoughts and opinions. I want to hear them. Get in the Discord. Let me know what you're thinking, what you want me to talk about on Monday. All right, live from 7:30. All right, get involved. Let me know what you want to talk about. Please do like the video if you haven't done so already. Please do subscribe as well. We'll be live for post-match reaction very, very shortly. This has been Liverpool versus Everton. Everton's problems continue. They're still in the bottom three, 2 points behind Burnley now with only a game left in hand. We're edging ever closer to the end of the Premier League season this year. And we are still in the title charge. We're still there or thereabouts. We still rely on other teams to make an impact against Man City, but we are still there to take advantage if that ever does happen. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. Thank you very much. We'll be live for post-match reaction very, very soon on the LFC Transfer Room. For myself, I'll see you in that video anyway, but please do take care of yourselves and we'll see you in the next